Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Carmen with Holistic Healing with Holy Spirit. I have a really important topic to talk about today. The Holy Spirit really wants me to bring this out today. A couple of weeks ago, I talked about how to have a baby naturally and safely, and I went into great detail about the Bradley method and how that works so wonderfully and beautifully for me and my family. And I will put that video in the description. But the Lord wants me to talk about today about breastfeeding. Yes. And this video is just dedicated to all those that are wanting to have a baby, or maybe you're pregnant right now. And if you maybe know someone who's pregnant, or want to have a baby, this video is really important. I'm going to talk about breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is something that I don't think is as common now as it was maybe 50 years ago, but I believe it should be more common because it is so healthy for the mother and for the baby. I have 2 children. My children are teenagers now, and I had the wonderful opportunity to breastfeed both of them. And so I'm going to talk about that today and the different benefits. Now, the main reason that breastfeeding is so wonderful is because it was designed by God. He created breastfeeding to specifically address the needs of a newborn baby. That is the most natural and healthy way to feed a newborn infant, is through the mother's breast milk. And there may be medical things that happen where a mother can't breastfeed, and that's a different situation. But if you can breastfeed, it is the best way to go. And I'm going to talk about why it is the best way to go. First, I want to talk about just the benefits that come with breastfeeding. I'll just start off even just for the mother, because it's so important. You know, when you breastfeed your baby, what happens is it causes your uterus to contract back into the right position. So it helps to, after you have given birth and your uterus has stretched out from giving birth, it helps to contract it back into place. Now, you could actually feel this when you're breastfeeding, and it may be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's good because now your uterus is going back to the original place and position that it needs to be in. So it helps to contract your uterus. It also helps to reduce bleeding after giving birth. After a woman gives birth, she bleeds a lot, but breastfeeding actually helps to reduce that amount of bleeding. That is so healthy for the mother that has just given birth. Another thing that it does, it burns calories like crazy. What I found out is that, when I was pregnant with both of my children, I gained about 40 pounds with each one of my pregnancies. And when, so I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to just really like work out and exercise to just get that weight off. I didn't know. But then when I started to breastfeed, it was like the weight was just melting off of me. What I was realizing was that the breast milk, the fat that I had gained during the pregnancy, actually turned into the breast milk. So it was like all that fat, that 40 pounds of fat that I had gained while I was pregnant was turning into breast milk. And it was like the weight just melted off. I did not have to do one exercise to lose that 40 pounds of weight that I had gained during the pregnancy. So that is just so awesome. Ladies, if you gain 30, 40 pounds during your pregnancy, if you breastfeed, it will just come off just like that, because that's just how God designed it to work. Okay, so another awesome benefit, this is powerful, benefit for breastfeeding mothers, that it reduces the the risk for breast cancer and ovarian cancer. This is a scientific proven fact. You guys can look this up. It actually reduces the risk for breast and ovarian cancer. Isn't that awesome? And they say the longer you breastfeed your babies, the greater reduction in the risk of breast cancer and ovarian cancer. So that is a powerful benefit to mothers who breastfeed their children. Also, it's just a wonderful bonding, experience with your baby. When I was breastfeeding, the baby wanted to breastfeed every 2 hours. So I was, every 2 hours I'm breastfeeding. And so it's very bonding, with you and your baby. And it was just a wonderful experience for me in that way. So let's talk about the many benefits to the baby. And I'm just giving you all a short list. I'll put more benefits in the description. But let's talk about the awesome benefits to the baby. Yes. And so breast milk contains so many antibodies, the colostrum, all of those things. It has so many powerful things inside of that breast milk that build up and strengthen the infant's immune system. Now, this is very important because babies are, they're fresh, they're new, and they can easily get sick. And so breast milk contains all of these antibodies that help to boost up their immune system. Why is that important? Because it keeps them from getting sick a lot. It keeps them from getting a lot of respiratory infections. It keeps them from getting ear infections and all of those type of things that a lot of babies deal with. But when they're breastfed, those things are reduced because their immune system is stronger through the breast milk. Another thing, breast milk is the best nutrition for the baby because it was designed by God and it has everything in it that the baby needs to continue developing and growing, all of their organs and all of their parts of their body that's still growing, still developing. Breast milk has DHA. It has, fat, all of these essential fatty acids for the brain and for the eye development and just for the development of their entire body. It is just power packed with nutrients for the baby. It also lowers the risk of SIDS, the sudden infant death syndrome. So that is an awesome benefit. Another benefit for babies is that it promotes good digestion. It has the good, healthy gut bacteria. It helps to promote that because a lot of times when babies are fed through formula, they get a lot of tummy aches and a lot of problems, but breast milk helps to reduce that. It helps to really bless their digestive tract. And so they don't get all these tummy aches and things like that. It also it gives them fewer allergies. Breastfed babies have fewer allergies than formula-fed babies. So these are just a few benefits. There's like a long list for the mother in benefits, and there's a long list for the baby. I just want to touch a little bit on it today so you all will know how beneficial it is to breastfeed your babies. Another awesome benefit is the price. It's free, you guys. And so we save so much money. I don't know if you guys know how much formula costs in the store, but we never bought any formula. My children never had formula. They only had breast milk, and it's free, so we saved a lot of money. And here we are, young parents, new parents, and we were just like, we needed every dollar we could get for diapers and other, essential supplies for keeping and taking care of the baby. So the fact that we didn't have to buy formula was just absolutely needed and awesome for us and our family at those times. Yes. And so because I breastfed my babies, I didn't have any problems with them with a whole bunch of sicknesses and things like that. I mean, they were just really healthy. Um, One of the things that really helped me, I want to talk about two products and then I'm going to probably end it here. These are two natural products that really helped in my breastfeeding journey. So the first one is lanolin, and I'm going to have all this information in the description. Lanolin is a cream that you can apply to your breasts, your nipples, and it really helps to keep your breasts from hurting, from cracking, from drying out, because the baby is constantly feeding on your breast, so they can get dry, they can get cracked, and you can continuously apply the lanolin. And that, oh my God, it was a godsend. It helped me so much, and it's all natural. It is safe for the baby, and so you don't have to worry about that. You can pick that up at any store, on Amazon. 100, you want 100% lanolin, and I'll have that information in the description. Another product that really helped me during my breastfeeding journey was Mother's Milk herbal tea. Yes. And so what this tea does, it has all natural herbs in it, and it helps to promote your production of milk. Sometimes you can feel like, oh, my milk is the production of it is getting low. When you drink the tea, this herbal tea is all natural, and I always got the organic, and you drink this and it helps to keep your milk production flowing. If you ever feel like it's starting to wane or something like this helped me a lot, because I breastfed my children for a long time. My oldest son, I breastfed him for 1 full year. And my youngest son, I breastfed him for 16 months. So I needed that milk to flow. So I used that tea, and it was such a blessing. Another thing that helped also was having a breast pump. And when you are pumping your breast, that also helps to stimulate your milk production. And it also is good because you pump the milk out of your breast and you store the milk. And so that was very convenient for, when we had to go out in public and I may not be in a place where I can actually breastfeed. Well, to have your pumped milk ready to go in a bottle for your child is just really convenient, and it also helped to keep your milk production going. And so, yes, ladies, if you are wanting to have a baby, or if you're pregnant right now, really consider breastfeeding. Now, I'll just be honest with you guys. When I first started breastfeeding, it did hurt. I'm just going to be real, you guys. It did hurt, and I had to have a mindset that I'm going to do this, because it was pretty painful at the beginning. But because my mind was set that I'm going to do this, because I knew all the benefits before, I said, no, I know it's painful, but I'm going to do this. So I pushed through the pain, and it got easier. After a while, it wasn't painful anymore, and my breasts were used to it, and so the pain was gone. And so at the beginning, ladies, you will have to press through the pain, and but it's worth it, because the benefits to you and the benefits to the baby are priceless. So, that's something that I had to share with you guys. The Holy Spirit just loves his people, and he wants us to be as healthy as possible. He wants our children that we're bringing into this world to be as healthy as possible. So I hope this information blessed you. I will have all of this in the description for you guys, and even some extras that I didn't even share today. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I hope to see you all next time. Bye, everyone. Love you.